Hey, Indiana Jones is a huge success. Hey, there's a public domain story we can use called Allan Quartermain.
Whoa.
Let's spend about $1,000 on it. 600 of which will be to cast James Earl Jones. And another
Well, Richard Chamberlain was probably
and
bigger
another
than
and
Earl
another
Jones.
$250 for Sharon Stone, and leave the rest of the money for special effects.
Yeah, all that gold.
One second. Talk for a second. I'll be right back. Oh dang it! I'm still
So
on
it
camera.
supposedly takes place in Africa, and his fiancee Jessie is with Richard Chamberlain.
Wait, you
And
need to say your last name.
It didn't say her last name. What? Jessie what?
Sharon Stone's character?
Yeah.
Houston.
Oh, yes. Jessie Houston.
Get it? Jessie Houston Jones, Indiana. It might just be a coincidence. I've never read an Allan Quartermain book.
Either have I. No, no.
Well, okay. Story time, kids.
So,
how did I find this movie? Well, I knew that during the 80s, pretty much everyone did like a cash grab or cash in on anything that was successful or famous. So, of course, since I look at Star Wars ripoffs, I decided to be like, are there Indiana Jones ripoffs? This was one of them, and this is actually a sequel.
Yeah, the music theming in some of the actions was very close to Indiana Jones music.
It was like when we were watching.
It couldn't be exactly because they would have got sued or something, but it was pretty close.
I can't remember that movie. It was that roller skating like movie with an alien, or rollerblading movie where they were all in prison.
Oh, that one.
Where that had music that was very similar
but didn't some of them get out?
Yeah, but
they were going to find their parents.
It was very similar to Star Wars music in that.
Mm.
There were a few times where whenever the theme song played, I looked at Kay and was like, does this remind you of anything?
Yeah. Anyway, so she ran into town to catch the train because Quartermain and Jessie, and it was strange, she kept calling him Quartermain and not his first name. They were heading to the States.
Maybe they were trying to cash in on James Bond?
I don't know. They were gonna travel to the States, and she said he had to be in a proper suit, which looked like a monkey suit. Not a literal monkey, but I mean the plaid and because they were going to go get married in the States.
And then there was Mr. CNN.
Then there was this man that was being followed by these
the one with
white
the turban
pillowcase. No, not Swami. The Mr. guy that CNN? The guy that was cut in the back.
Oh,
that he had like a fever.
Yeah, like, while they were going back and forth between like this like wholesome like romantic movie, and then like this guy being chased through the woods, and I'm like, okay, are they is this like an out of order thing like Tarantino does? Turns out no, that was a separate person.
But the white hooded guys, that doesn't sound right.
Especially since they were black.
Yeah. They were warriors.
That's an oxymoron, people.
They were warriors of the Lost City. But for what Quartermain and Jessie and Earl Jones and Swami had to go through to get to that Lost City, how did those soldiers get from the Lost City to follow him? Yeah, it was very strange.
This isn't meant to come across as bad as it probably is going to sound. They were black African natives or savages
with warriors
complete with like the spikes and like the makeup, with white hoods on.
White pillowcases sounds better.
Well, they were the villains.
Well, they're the warriors of that other guy with the curly hair.
James Earl Jones?
No, the
No.
other guy. He was in the
Oh,
purple
the
and
guy at
stuff.
the guy at the end.
Well, towards the end. So anyway, what it was is Chamberlain, Chamberman, Chamber. What was it again?
Will Chamberlain.
No.
Will Chamberlain did star in Conan the Destroyer.
So anyway, he didn't want to go to America to get married until he knew his brother was okay.
Yes.
He didn't think that his brother was killed, and so then the one guy that he bought that like T-shirt from that could
That was like a bullet. It was like a bulletproof T-shirt,
right, and sword
or
and,
mesh shirt.
Yeah. So then he said, "Well, the Swami knows of Swami knows of this," and so he was like, "Well, show me where he lives," and he just ran away.
And
but he followed him, and he followed him.
If anyone wants to claim that if anyone wants to say this movie should be banned because the Swami character is in extremely poor taste, I'm not gonna argue.
He was very annoying.
He kind of looked.
He was supposed to be a spiritual leader. Oh God.
He kind of looked like Dana Carvey.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if
he was very annoying.
Now, Mr. Carvey, I'm not saying you've ever done brown face, but it looks like if he was to do brown face.
It wasn't Dana Carvey. Because this is a lot older.
It's
a movie. When was this made? 80s?
I said
70s?
It wasn't Dana Carvey. I said it looked like. It was like 86 maybe.
Wow.
This was before Cassandra Peterson went through later age puberty. Or surgery, one of the two.
Whatever. They may not know who that is.
Elvira. There, now you know. Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah, she's got another movie out. Woohoo.
I need to buy that movie on Blu-ray. Anyway, so
you have too many movies already.
What follows is kind of like a
Indiana Jones ripoff.
Well,
because it's got caves and it's got snakes, temples, sorry,
spikes, spears,
and it's got gold, and it's got
natives,
got things that move apart that you can fall in and die.
I wouldn't say that part. I don't know if I'd say Indiana Jones. I would say Tomb Raider, like the Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider movie that we saw.
Maybe,
because that's what it reminded me of.
They tried to put so much action in it.
But it seems to me they put action in the first third and the last third.
No, the traveling bit, which was in the middle.
I'm talking about where he suddenly becomes a deity. A god.
Oh, a demon or a god.
Now, there was one part with like demon snakes or something.
That actually hissed and spit out.
Okay. I'm not saying this to be crass. I'm saying this because it's the name of the movie.
They didn't look very real either. But...
No, they looked like, I don't know. They looked like they were on a stick and just wiggling.
Like those snakes, like when you open up a can.
Yeah.
And these things fly out, but they were bigger. And they slowly came out of little caves, like in the walls.
Or maybe they were.
Oh, and the floor too.
Or maybe they were.
Was coming up the rope.
Maybe they were like garden hoses that were just painted.
But they were bigger. Okay,
drain pipes painted.
Oh, they could have been the things that you put on the end of your rain gutter.
That's what I thought that's what I said. Drain pipe.
Yeah, but that's like
Okay, whatever.
Because it's like a slinky, and you can turn them. And... Anyway.
Okay.
For all of you that have houses that have rain gutters.
In Jason Goes to Hell, there's this weird creature that has a face. There's this weird face creature that face on a snake is exactly what they look like. And I have seen some Indiana Jones movies. I don't know if I've seen all of them, but
These snakes were not realistic as much as they
well,
were in Indiana Jones.
well, Indiana Jones also had a budget of more than $45,000, probably.
Okay.
But what I want to say is that when there were snakes, I was like, snakes. Why does it have to be snakes?
Yeah. And then James Earl Jones' character, he had this what was it? Not a sword.
Spear,
No, it wasn't a spear.
blade.
Blade. It was a two-sided blade, okay, back in the olden days. And he was like chopping the heads off. And when they were moving on from the snakes, you saw this one snake grab the head of a dead snake and take it. Ooh.
Maybe they're cannibals. I don't remember. Did Indiana Jones ever shoot with a gun?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, because Allan Quartermain, he uses his gun more than a whip because he doesn't have a whip.
Right.
He also doesn't have a hat.
No, he didn't.
Instead, he has a very um
Hair that doesn't fly away either.
no, I'm trying to think of like someone that has a beard, and all I can think of is Norm Abram.
I don't know who that is.
He was like a home renovator person.
Oh,
Or like Bob Vila.
Bob Vila or the brawny guy.
Okay, that's who it is.
The brawny paper towel guy.
Hollywood,
The lumberjack.
Hollywood, I don't suggest this, but if you ever decide to make a brawny movie, cast him.
Chuck Norris, like,
Oh,
look.
Chuck Norris, yeah.
Chuck Norris could have done this film too.
This had less terrorism.
That was just one
that's a
of
reference.
That was just one of his movies.
2 of his movies.
Okay, 2 of his movies out of 10, right? Anyway,
I don't know.
okay, so they finally go through all these tunnels and everything else.
And behold, it's paradise.
Oh my God, it's so
On
beautiful.
their way to the lost city of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's a place where it kind of looks,
Everybody is happy and wholesome.
everyone kind of looked like Roman goddesses,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Or like Roman or Greek, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Europeans. Um and there was this woman that was wearing an outfit, and I made sure to only stare at her gold.
Yes. She was very thin.
That might have been Elvira. We're not 100%
I
sure.
think it was.
Okay.
That's about the only dark-haired lady that was there.
She could have been a blonde.
No, the other queen that was a blonde.
There were like 2 other. Oh, okay.
There were 2 queens. Remember the one
And
that was the
one
bad
of them-
queen, and the one that was the good queen.
The good queen kind of looked like I've never seen the show, but it's Khaleesi
No,
in
Ginger,
Game of Thrones.
Ginger.
She's a redhead. She's a blonde.
Yeah, you can be. She reminded me of Ginger from Gilligan's Island.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Her tall and model-like body, and just how she was. But I don't know who it was.
You know what I'll say? She looks like Chloe Fineman from SNL.
No, she didn't.
I have to mention Chloe Fineman every 3rd review.
Oh, why? You get paid?
No, I'm just
Okay.
hoping she tolerates me.
Okay.
Anyway,
Getting time
season
to wrap
premiere is
this up.
coming up soon, so there is a long battle. We can't really spoil anything about it. The problem is that the Swami guy, he's pretty annoying,
Mm-hmm.
and he's in about 99% of the movie.
Yep.
But
he's a man of religion. And
you know
so
what?
He doesn't fight, and but he steals gold, and
Okay, you know what?
what?
I think I know what the problem is. We didn't see the first one, so we just didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
We'll see that another time.
Okay.
Join us next time when you know what? It's been a ton of movies in a row that I've wanted to see. Let's pick one of yours.
Oh boy. You never like the ones I pick. Okay.
True.
Bye bye.
Bye.